How many times have you looked at your control panel only to find a myriad of components like heat sinks, solid-state relays, current transformers, definite purpose mechanical contactors, connectors and wiring, over and under limit controllers, external data logger or chart recorder, digital inputs and outputs, and math logic functions, and PID temperature controllers? That's a lot of components to specify, order, and install, not to mention the wiring and termination complexity of installing and maintaining all of these individual components. So what does all of this lead to? Unnecessary costs. Let's get rid of all these aggravations. Watlow offers an easy, completely integrated thermal control system through our family of EZ-ZONE controllers. Watlow's EZ-ZONE ST was the industry's first controller to integrate discrete components into one multifunctional single-package temperature, limit, and power controller. The EZ-ZONE PM was introduced as the first panel mount controller, integrating the functions of the EZ-ZONE ST into a 1/32 and 1/16 DIN panel mount package with Ethernet IP connectivity. Now, we'd like to introduce you to Watlow's newest addition to the EZ-ZONE family, the EZ-ZONE RM rail mount controller. This multi-loop controller can be configured with a range of up to 17 modules, controlling 1 to 64 control loops and communications. This package is scalable and modular, so you only pay for what you need. The EZ-ZONE RM is the industry's first single-zone scalable multi-loop controller with PID limit and power control in one package. It has assignable inputs and outputs between modules, multiple pre-programmed sensor types, universal process inputs, and profiling up to 400 steps. There are 3 modules in the EZ-ZONE RM family: a control module, an expansion module, and an access module. With the EZ-ZONE RM, you can combine up to 16 control and/or expansion modules in any configuration, plus 1 optional access module, which gives you communications and data logging capability, thus making the 17th module. To mount the modules, simply snap them to the rail. This product has internal connectors that allow modules to communicate at a system level by simply pushing them together on the DIN rail with no additional wiring needed. These modules are scalable from 1 to 4 loops. It's as simple as adding a connector to add an additional loop. So the great thing about that is you only pay for what you need. Now, the EZ-ZONE RM expansion module provides you with the ability to have assignable inputs and outputs between modules, detect and measure current, and diagnose heater or other system level failures. It also has a built-in high current 10 amp solid state relay output and optional ring lug connectors which may be needed for specific applications. By adding the access module, you can have everything you need: real-time clock with battery backup, system configuration memory, onboard data logging, and an optional removable micro SD memory card. That's not all. There's a built-in USB port and the choice of 3 protocols: Modbus RTU TCP, Ethernet IP, and DeviceNet. Now, if you ever need to remove the module, simply eject it from the back plane and remove. There's no need to disconnect any wires or separate any modules. If you have an access module, it'll recognize the removal of the old module and automatically program the replacement with your settings or give you the option to create new ones. Do you normally separate your high and low voltage modules for safety or agency purposes? Are you frustrated with having to make lengthy and expensive sensor and input-output cable runs? Well, we've simplified that process by incorporating a split rail feature in the EZ-ZONE RM. You can locate low voltage inputs in one area and high voltage outputs in another, and then connect the 2 sets of modules with one simple cable. The distance between the split modules can be up to 200 feet. This splitting can occur multiple times, allowing modules in the same system to be installed in several locations, minimizing the effort to install and wire input and output devices. A simple way to operate the EZ-ZONE RM is utilizing the Remote User Interface, or the RUI. The RUI gives you a full display so you can set the parameters of the EZ-ZONE RM. All you have to do is connect it to the standard bus and it automatically communicates with the control module with no configuration needed. Just like the other EZ-ZONE products, you can utilize the Watlow Configurator software, available free as a download at watlow.com or on your controller support CD. This configurator software allows you to easily interface with the device. For more sophisticated interface, you can use an HMI, communicating with the EZ-ZONE RM by one of the industrial protocols like the Modbus RTU. The EZ-ZONE RM is a great addition to the EZ-ZONE family. You get decreased system costs, savings on panel space, wiring, and mounting labor, savings on component consolidation and supply chain costs. It's scalable, so you only have to pay for what you need. The entire EZ-ZONE family offers common menu structure, common terminal labeling and connectors, common look and feel, and exceptional tuning and performance. Also provides a range of protocol choices including Modbus RTU, Ethernet IP, Modbus TCP, and DeviceNet. Split rail controls allow mounting of individual modules in low and high voltage, and it automatically configures a new module with the same parameter settings as the module replaced, saving time and reducing complexity. Now that we've introduced you to the EZ-ZONE RM, consult with your sales rep to find out how easy it is to incorporate it into your application.